and this is where MAGA comes to talk. Welcome, one and all. And I am here to tell you that we are living in the golden age of America. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we have the most absolute best president we've ever had and will ever have, ever. And, you know, on yesterday's show, I got a call from a guy at the end of the show. This was this guy, some Trump-hating guy at the end, and he just couldn't, he just couldn't handle the truth because, you know, these liberals, they get their information from CNN, MSNBC, now MS Now. They get their information from liberal jerks, right? And they have this reality that they live in, which is an alt reality, right? It's a reality. They don't live in reality where Trump has won everything. So this guy calls me yesterday towards the end of the show, and he's all excited. He thinks last Friday that the Supreme Court's ruling overturned all the tariffs. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Subscribe if you're new. And he was all excited. He thought the Supreme Court overturned all the tariffs. And he's thought this for a week. And he calls me up and he's all excited. And I share with him that last week, not only are the tariffs still in place, that President Trump signed an order raising tariffs worldwide 15%. He had a press conference last Friday, said he was going to raise them 10. And then on Saturday, he raised them 15%, a global tariff. So I said, not only are the tariffs in place still, he just raised them globally 15%. And I could just hear the guys that just, he had all that excitement because he thought Trump had lost. And you know, the liberals, it was hilarious. The liberals, they're only happy if America is losing. If they think America is losing, that makes them feel good. It's like food for them. It's like, it's a Red Bull. American failure is the Red Bull for the left, or a Monster energy drink or something. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Why are liberals only happy if they think America has failed at something? Why is that the only thing that makes them happy? The hate America First crowd. Yeah, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. I can't quite figure it out. So what I'm going to open with today is Hillary running out of her press conference in a panic. Hillary Clinton had this press conference yesterday after the hearings, and she was just in a panic. So I'm going to open with that. Hillary Clinton is such a sad person, so I'm going to open with that today. I got a lot to cover. Something happened yesterday that I'm not too sure about. I'm going to ask you guys to call and explain it to me. Mom Donnie came to the White House for an unscheduled meeting with the president. And they talked about housing. He brought these newspaper images, the Ford thing. Okay, that was cute. But Mom Donnie asked President Trump to release this Columbia student who's on a student visa about to graduate. She's an Instagram influencer, to release her from ICE custody. She was picked up recently. And Trump did it. So she had a visa. I've read every story about New York Times, Axios, New York Post, and a couple of others. And they're not explaining that story well. So if somebody has the answer to this, she's about to graduate. She's an Instagram influencer, Columbia, and Mom Donnie asked Trump to release her. She was in ICE custody. She was picked up in the Columbia dorms, and Trump released her. And the story said that her student visa was taken away from her during the Obama administration. That's what one of the stories said, because she didn't attend classes. She can't be old enough to have been attending college classes when Obama was president, so that doesn't make sense. But I couldn't find any story that told us anything about what her immigration status was. Or I saw a picture of her. She can't be that old, so that didn't make sense to me. Maybe she is. I don't know. I couldn't find a single story that said what her immigration status was and why ICE picked her up. If it was a mistake, does she have a valid student visa? I couldn't find any story that shared that information. So there's something missing. So why did Trump release her? Because they met, Mamdani met with Trump, and he asked Trump to release her. Trump said he'd look into it, and then when Mamdani left, Trump called him up and said, we're releasing her. So does anyone know what that was about? I'll throw that question out on the air because I couldn't find the answer to it out of all the stories I read. There's more to it than that. It just didn't quite make sense to me. It didn't quite make sense to me. So if anybody knows why Trump released her, did anyone watch part 2 of Candace Owens? I tried watching part 2 of Candace Owens' series. I watched a big chunk of it. I couldn't get all the way through it. She did this long-winded, bizarre bio of this woman who was a psychologist that went on to found the school that Erica Kirk went to preschool at. And she was bending over in pretzels trying to make some MK Ultra connection to Erica Kirk. And I'm like, what is that? I mean, is she that crazed that she's trying to make sense make controversy out of nothing? Now, I couldn't figure that. Is she saying that Erica Kirk is a product of MK Ultra? I read that book on MK Ultra a couple years back. It's a crazy book. I think I still have it. Pretty scary. When the CIA was doing testing on people with LSD, like Manson and others. But just very bizarre. I don't like watching movies about insane people. I'll give you an example. There's a movie with Brad Pitt and, or not Brad Pitt, maybe it is Brad Pitt, but Bruce Willis, 12 Monkeys. Bruce Willis is in 12 Monkeys. And I can't watch that movie. I've tried to watch it a couple times when it was new because he's a crazy person in that movie. And I can't watch movies about schizophrenic, crazy people. I just can't do it. It's annoying, very difficult to watch. Yeah, Brad Pitt's in it too. Yeah, I thought so. And it's hard to watch movies to me where the main character is a crazy person. It gets very annoying. It gives me a headache. And that's what it's like watching this series that Candace Owens is doing on Erica Kirk. She went through this whole bio of this woman who went on to become a psychologist. And the woman's life was a pretty normal life for a woman in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, I thought, that became a psychologist. I don't know why it was... she was married to a guy in the National Guard who became a general in the National Guard, and they lived in Indiana. And she was she became a psychologist, and because MK Ultra was working out of Indiana, she suspects that she might have been with MK Ultra, and she started this preschool that Erica Kirk went to. I mean, it was like, are you out of your mind? And I think the answer to that is yes, she's out of her mind. Very strange. Very strange. If you're new, my name is Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe. Now, on the next stream, I'll be in the studio taking live calls. Today's Friday already. And, Friday. And that means open phones on the show. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday. And on Open Mag and Mike Friday, you could call me on the air about any and everything on your mind. You wish everyone would ignore Candace. Yeah, well, don't you think, though, that Charlie Kirk's widow's honor should be defended? Don't you think we should be defending the honor of Charlie Kirk's widow? I do. I mean, if someone with her reach, millions of people are seeing this crap she's putting out. If someone was doing this to Melania, wouldn't we stand up and defend Melania's honor? Of course we would. You know? It's crazy. It's just crazy. You know, in the first part, I posted I retweeted a video that this guy made breaking down part 1 of her, which he was pretty good. You know, and in the first part, she was going back to some things that her great-grandparents were involved in 100 years ago. Well, 90 years ago. I don't exaggerate. 90 years ago. Something about her great-grandparents involved in some lottery scam 90 years ago, and how her great-grandfather was involved in a police chase. I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. I don't know what that has to do with anything. If it's even true, I don't know. It's very strange. But it makes sense to her. No, I think you've got to defend Candace Owens' honor. I really do. I really do. Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think if this was going on and Charlie Kirk was still with us, you know, and, you know, he had not been assassinated by the Never-Trumpers, how do you think Charlie Kirk would respond to what she's doing? Would he ignore it? Do you think Charlie Kirk would ignore it? Do you think that Benny Johnson and Prosobic and all of them would ignore it if Charlie Kirk were here? My guess is if Charlie Kirk had not been assassinated by the Never-Trumpers, he would probably avoid the topic, maybe reference it, maybe come off with disappointment, and then Benny Johnson and Prosobic and others would be going after her in his stead. But Charlie's not here, and they're not going after her. So, you know. By the way, did you guys look at my video that I made on my other channel? My vlog from my last weekend of radio show, YouTubing, and podcasting? It was a pretty good vlog. It's on my other channel, which is my second channel where I vlog, is in the description of the video, Main Street Moments. And I did a vlog starting when I woke up Friday morning until I was getting ready for the show on Monday morning. And you can see what I do on an average weekend when it comes to the radio show, YouTube, and podcasting. And it's, I thought it was an interesting video, so check that out. And we'll be making another vlog this weekend that I'll drop next week. You won't want to miss. Yeah, my Main Street Moments YouTube channel. It's my second channel where I vlog. The link is in the description of the video. No, but his honor. So I'm going to start today talking about Hillary Clinton. I'm going to ask you guys to try to help me figure out why Trump let this Columbia student go who was in ICE custody, because I'm just not sure. I just want to know. You know, reporters have no reporting skills today, so they don't report. You read these stories, you know, and when it comes to news reporting, who, what, when, where, and why. We got the who, we got the what, we don't have the why. Who, what, when, where, and why. So who is Trump and Mamdani, you know, and all that stuff, but we don't have the why. So the why is the very important part of that story, and they just don't teach journalism anymore, right? And, you know, someone asked me yesterday why I'm spending so much time talking about fish back here, fish sticks in Florida. He's a threat. I mean, he's, you know, there's a new poll out There's 4 people running for governor of Florida. Byron Donalds, 2 guys I've never heard of, and fish sticks. And there's a new poll out from Interactive Polls. I saw it on X. And they don't even have fish sticks on the poll. They show they show Byron and the other 2. So I don't know if they didn't poll with Fishbeck or what, but I did, but I don't trust this guy. He's a big threat, and I'm going to continue to cover that story. I got a couple things on him today. He had an event in a Waffle House, and I posted, it's on my X. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I might play 1 or 2 clips from it, but I put the entire unedited video of him. Fishback did a campaign appearance at a Waffle House, and he spent about 90 minutes there meeting with people and campaigning, and you can watch and make your own decision on him. But I'm going to still cover that. Not just because it's the Florida race and I'm in Florida. I don't really spend a lot of time talking about local and state politics in any state, with exceptions. But this is, Florida's different. Not just because I'm here. President Trump has endorsed Byron Donalds. And if Byron Donalds somehow did not win the primary, that would be very bad in the general election. What the left would do. It'd be bad for us here in Florida, but it would be bad for the general election too. Nationwide. It'd be bad nationwide. No getting around it. Very bad nationwide. Make sure you subscribe if you are new to the channel. This is where MAGA comes to talk. If you're new, I host a morning radio show and a podcast, and I live stream here on YouTube. The next stream, I'll be live in the studio and taking your calls. And the toll-free number will be pinned in the live chat when I'm live. I'm just waiting for the coffee shop to open. I have a super busy weekend that starts as soon as I get off the air today. So I got up really early in the morning. I set my alarm for 1 a.m. and I've been up since 1 a.m. and I was been doing as much work as I have to do throughout the day to this morning before the show, because I've got a very busy weekend. No, Florida needs to stay MAGA red. We're a MAGA red state, and we want to stay that way. And that's why I'm talking about it. But if Byron Donalds loses the primary, it would have devastating impacts nationwide. The media would, the Trump endorsement means nothing. That's a big race. It's a big race, and I just feel that Byron Donalds is taking it for granted. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. He's taking it for granted. That's right. Stay American. That's right. MAGA American. Yeah, I'll have a great new vlog for what I'm doing this weekend on my second channel. So make sure you guys go to my second channel. It's linked in the description here, and check out my vlog from last weekend. It's Friday morning all the way through Monday, and you get to see what an average weekend is like for me. Podcasting, the radio show, and YouTubing. I give you a very extensive behind-the-scenes look at everything. Stay red, stay American. That's right. Buffalo, New York. Welcome. But so those are the things. I want to start with the Hillary presser and talk about what that was about yesterday. Talk about this Mamdani meeting, because I'm trying to figure out this issue with that Trump did. I just really don't know. I just want to know why he did it. And got a bunch of other things to talk about too, but Athens, Georgia, welcome. But it's also open phones on Friday, Open MAGA Mic Friday. You can call me about any and everything on your mind. Adulterer. So let me get this straight. Liberals are now judging people based on their private sex life? That's a new one. I thought people's private sex life was their own business. and if his people could identify their own sexual preference. So if his preference is to have sex with multiple women, why as a liberal would you judge a man on that? I'm curious. Don't you liberals want to praise Byron Donalds? Well, Nikki Haley, what Nikki Haley did, you call me on the air and I'll explain the difference between Byron Donalds and Nikki Haley. Okay? I'm not going to tell you now. You call me on the air today. I'll be live in about an hour. And you ask me to explain the difference between Nikki Haley and Byron Donalds, and I will. Believe me, I will. Are you kidding? I'm not going to tell you now. I'll save it for the show. All right. Dark MAGA mode engaged. Did you see this story that Nikki Haley's own staff at Homeland Security put spyware on her phone to spy on her? Couldn't believe it. Big story about that today. These people are so sick. So Savannah Guthrie's returning to New York. I mean, that's awful. That's awful. She really should have offered that $1 million reward on day one. I would have. She knew that sheriff was a clown right away. She grew up in that town. She grew up, Savannah Guthrie, the house her mother was abducted from is where Savannah Guthrie grew up. She grew up in that house. She knows that sheriff's a clown. I can tell the people that are the MAGA people and the ones that aren't in my development. The ones that are leaving the development are the ones going to work right before 5 a.m. The ones driving into the development are the ones out partying all night. So the ones that are out partying all night, those are the liberals. The ones going to work, those are the MAGA people. Although my neighborhood is very, very conservative. Very conservative. So we've got a lot to cover on the program today. Lots of things have happened. As we're living in the golden age of America. It really is. I'm very behind on my coffee, though. I got up really early and just did not have much coffee left at home. I was almost out. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Welcome, everyone. Spangburger. Yeah, just looking through the comments real quick. So the main story I'm going to talk about is today is how Hillary she had this press conference and she ran like hell because she got panicked over the press conference. We're going to got some questions about this Trump meeting with Mamdani yesterday, which I'm confused about. Well, there's a lot of issues going on to cover. This is a very, the news is so busy in Trump's second term. It's so difficult to decide what to lead with because there's so many stories out there, and to decide which one to go with, and as many live streams and everything as I do, it's still hard to get to all of them. So it's so Knoxville, Tennessee. Welcome, Gilbert. It's so difficult to go through the stories and decide, okay, this is what these are, but what I usually do is I find what the top stories are that whatever happens, I'm going to make sure that I cover. And then the rest I'll get to if I have time. And it's very hard to do that because there's so many big and important stories. Well, listen, it is open phones today on the program, Open MAGA Mike Friday. You can call me about any and everything you have on your mind today. I'll be on the air in about an hour and right here on the channel. So make sure you are subscribed. I'm Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I'll see you on the next stream, guys. Take care.